So today we're here with Pastor Pete, asking him questions about his life in Christianity. Let's go. So first question is, like, what made you want to become a Christian?
What made me want to become a Christian was free forgiveness that everyone has in Jesus Christ. So on the cross, Jesus died for everyone, and so everyone's been forgiven from all of their mistakes, and God gives us his righteousness freely without us doing anything.
Awesome. I think that's an incredible fact about Christianity. Now on to our next question, which is, when did you want to become Pastor Pete?
When did I want to become Pastor Pete? Well,
yes.
For many years I trained, and then I was a minister in the Church of England, but I'm now Pastor Pete of Manchester Lutheran Church, and I wanted to be...
Which you guys should come visit every Sunday, by the way, for free service.
Yeah. Free service every Sunday morning, right? And we have an online service with the Confessional Lutheran Church, free to join every Wednesday evening. But yeah, it was when I was serving as a missionary in Ethiopia when I became a Lutheran, and that was the moment when I was like, okay, now I want to be a pastor, a Lutheran pastor.
So that basically explains why you wanted to become Pastor Pete, and your church is called Manchester Lutheran Church.
That's right.
My days.
We're a church, we're Lutheran, and we're in Manchester. That's why we're called Manchester Lutheran Church. Okay.
Yes. You should definitely subscribe, by the way.
Yeah.
And we are also gonna try do YouTube live service, but it'll be very hard. We'll only do it in the pastor's house.
Yeah, that's right. We are going to do a live service. We tried to do one before, but we don't have great connectivity in the place we meet. When we meet in my flat, which is just next to the Mancunian Way, just there, then we'll be able to have a live service because we've got Wi-Fi.
Which you guys should join, by the way, because if you're one of the lazy people who can't be bothered getting up, you should.
Yeah. Great.
Now,
any other questions?
Was that the second question?
That was, I don't know what that was.
Alright, we'll just call it question 3.
Okay.
So this is question 3 now.
Alright.
So, as we all know, you have 3 sons, Josh, Levi and Seth.
Uh-huh.
When they were first born, in terms of Christianity wise, how they go to church and
Yeah, that's a great question. So
how did you expect them to feel knowing that there'll be church every Sunday?
That's a great question. So the great news is that what Jesus has done is free for everyone, and he gives us a way of giving that even to little babies who can't do anything about it. And so when all of my 3 boys were born as little babies, I gave them Jesus' forgiveness by giving them baptism. And through baptism, which is Jesus' word connected to water, he made them clean and he gave them forgiveness. Now their feelings about that then develop in response to it over time, okay, as they read more of the Bible and learn more about it. But the very first thing, before they could do anything, I gave them Jesus' forgiveness by giving them baptism.
Awesome fact to know about Levi, Seth and Josh. So my question 4 is, when you first met Katie, which is your wife, how did you feel? Because was she a Christian as well?
That's a great question. So when I first met my wife Katie, she was a Christian and I was a Christian. That's true. I fancied her when I first saw her, and I thought that's the kind of person I'd like to marry, and I ended up marrying her.
And then I believe you guys started your church business together.
Say that again, because there's a lot of traffic.
Did you guys start your church business and company together?
Yeah, much later in our marriage, once we'd been married a long time, and I'd been a minister in the Church of England for a while. We'd both been in Ethiopia together. We were working together to start the church in Manchester Lutheran Church. I'm the pastor. She looks after things like safeguarding and other stuff like that. And she welcomes people on a Sunday who come for lunch at our house and various other things. So yeah, it's a team effort.
But we also can't forget my job, you know, the technician in the
That's
church,
right, you're
by
our
the way.
tech guy now. You're our tech guy. Absolutely.
Ever since last week, by the way.
Yeah,
so.
since last week, you're now our cameraman, which is fantastic. Yeah. Any other questions, or do you think we're good?
One last question. Question 5.
Question 5.
So, we all know how Sunday service is awesome and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how did you build up from what you were until what you are now?
Okay, I didn't build it. Okay, what I did was give people the word of God, give people the gospel, and Jesus says he builds the church as we give people the gospel. And that's what's been happening. And so some people visit and they don't like what it is Jesus says, and so they go away. Other people visit and they go, wow, this stuff about free forgiveness is incredible, and they become members and join in. So all I do is I tell people about what Jesus said and what he did. I do that on the streets by handing out flyers. I do it online by making videos.
Yes. And you know, like, I think we've all seen that one YouTube short when you guys went to the Manchester University.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Meyers handed out 8 flyers. And how much did you hand out again?
Okay, I handed out 2. He handed out 8 and I handed out 2.
So that
Thank
makes
you for
10.
reminding me of that. He's a lot better at it than I am. Yeah.
So, shall we do the same thing next Saturday, so 1 week today, like over in town?
Yeah, maybe a couple of us could go and you can join in, and we'll go hand out some flyers and see how it goes. Yeah.
So I'll make the flyers, and do you think we should do it on Saturday at around 12 o'clock?
Okay.
Right, so you guys should be in town by 8 o'clock to see these awesome flyers what I'm about to make.
Great. Thanks.
And that's all the questions for today. Please subscribe, and we'll see you on Sunday service tomorrow. Goodbye.